Welcome back to the pod. If you're listening on the day it comes out, it's a little bit late. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties with our last episode. And also, the audio on our last two episodes
weren't the best.
I think I figured it out with Oliver.
Thanks a lot, Oliver, you fuck.
And Oliver's not even here today.
Yeah, I hope he's listening to this and crying.
He probably is.
Pussy.
Today we got no guest. We had an emergency
just kidding,
episode.
Oliver. Just kidding. I want to tell Oliver just kidding because I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Okay, yeah, we love you, Oliver. Big announcement. Live podcast, October 7th at the Hollywood Improv with the I'm Sorry Dad Boys.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to open up with some stand-up from our past guest, Annie Letterman. Then I'm going to do some stand-up, and then we're going to do a live pod.
Yeah, boy. Sorry.
With special guests. This episode will be available on our Patreon page, patreon.com/I'm Sorry Dad. Just $5 a month gets you bonus content. Got a bunch of vlogs up there. And your boy Rydoon is going to start doing weekly bonus episodes, solo episodes. Why? Because I want to practice talking. And also, I feel like we're not giving our Patreon patrons enough. And I want to encourage people to go there. So I'm going to start doing weekly bonus episodes. Patreon.com/I'm Sorry Dad. Come to our show. Stop it. Come to our show October 7th, Sunday at the Hollywood Improv, 8 p.m. Tickets are only $10. Ages 18 plus. Live podcast. Click the link in the description of this episode and be there. There's only 55 tickets available. We've already sold 20. Fuck. That's it. Enjoy this episode with just me and Brandon. Balls.
Let me apologize for the things I've done in the past and the things I'll do in the future and the things I can't take back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dad.
Welcome back to the pod. Hey, no guest today, just me and you, bro.
God damn it.
Just like the good old days.
I like having a guest here because it allows me to deter talking to you. So I don't have to do it.
Yeah, on one episode you said you like having guests because it means you can talk less.
Yeah, so, it's great. Yeah. It means I can do my job less. You know?
Yeah.
I don't have to work as hard.
Yeah, I like your work ethic. It's good.
Yeah, thanks.
No Oliver today. This is a surprise episode.
This is a surprise episode, yeah.
Because we had some audio issues on our last one that we're working on.
This is a episode completely out of haste that we're making this.
Yep. No Oliver. We have no plans. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I'm hot. I'm tired. And I don't want to be doing this. So fuck everyone listening.
Whoa. This is going to be called the Fuck You Podcast, where we say fuck you to our listeners, but please listen.
And if we take a bathroom break, we're not pressing pause.
You're going to get the fucking raw, nitty gritty minutia of what me and Rye do in the next 40 minutes. So buckle up, kids.
Buckle the fuck up and put a helmet on, bitch.
Whoa. It's rebellious as fuck. How you doing, Rye?
Good. Just changing the world one pod at a time, bro.
Fucking savage.
Do you know how many lives we've saved?
Dude, more than most people probably in their other professions. Like, you know, people who work in the medical field?
Yeah.
Like Kaiser Permanente and stuff?
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah. He's probably saved like fucking, like 5 people. How many lives have we saved?
Millions.
Yeah, more. Hundreds
Probably,
of millions.
Yeah. For every person that listens to this pod, they not only save themselves, they save someone else. Yeah.
I like the way you ended that sentence. Just totally
it's cool.
Yeah, I couldn't understand what you were saying.
They save something. They save someone else.
Yeah.
One time I went to a secret sneaker shop in Boston.
A secret sneaker shop?
Yeah, it was like a fake. It was like a fake bodega, a fake grocery mart, and then you went, and then a secret door opened, and it was a sneaker shop.
Why?
It's like a pop-up shop.
But why do they make it so secret? It was speakeasy for sneakers?
Yeah, it's because it's cool.
A sneakeasy.
A sneakeasy, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thanks. I worked on that.
Speaking of speakeasy, the woman working the front desk did not speak too easily.
Yeah.
She said something that I hated, but it was kind of like, yeah. So I was like, how do people hear about the store? He's like, well, I mean, she was like, you heard about it, right? And I was like, yeah. It's like, multiply that by a couple thousand. That's it.
She couldn't say her S's?
She couldn't say thou. Well, she said thou. Multiply that by a couple thou. And.
So it's like she couldn't say her S's, which is kind of ironic considering she's a salesman at a sneak easy.
Well, No, you're getting this wrong.
Go
She
ahead and
wasn't saying
explain.
1,000. She said thou. That was 1,000. Comma, and. Multiply that by a couple thousand and.
What? What'd you say?
She said, multiply that by a couple of thou, and you know how people end sentences with and sometimes?
I've lost interest in what we've been talking about now.
Oh, God. We got to do an emergency re-record of this.
No.
JK. Well, thanks for...
Thanks for contributing so much to that. Thank
Yeah.
you. Sorry, man.
Thank you.
I didn't understand, so I just kind of... instead of trying to understand, I just kind of lost interest.
Hey, I appreciate your honesty. My
Is that...
headphones are-
What's the audio doing? Do you hear that?
It's just the headphone jack. Shut up!
No.
Fucking
I want to
audio.
make sure... Hey, fucker. Unlike you, I actually care how this sounds.
It's just the headphone jack. So, I recently went on the road doing stand-up. I went to Pittsburgh. Didn't like it.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
I'm just going to play a character now called
Where you
Podcast.
don't say anything?
Yeah, where I just don't say anything. It's a new character I'm trying to... I tried it at UCB.
Oh.
Yeah. People were like, in the middle of improv, they're like, oh, Sally, what are we going to do with all these sub sandwiches? And I just don't say anything back.
Yeah. Or you're like, my name's not Sally, I'm Brandon. And this is an improv class. You just ruin it.
Yeah. We're just on stage.
And then you kill everybody like Michael Scott in The Office.
Yeah. 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 I remember that. But you were on the road?
Yeah, I went there with our friend Vinny Fastline. And Pittsburgh, they hate the Patriots.
And you love the Patriots?
Yeah, I like the Patriots. But I was teased, some people, friends of Vinny, teased him about me being a Pats fan. And they didn't enjoy it at all. Like, genuine, like, they didn't like me. It wasn't like a fun competition. Like, oh, you guys suck. It was like, oh, we got 6 rings. I was like, yeah, well, we have 6 in the past 4 years. Didn't make any sense, but they weren't playing along.
Yeah.
And then, so I'm opening for Vinny, and it's at a rock club, and I'm thinking like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if I went up there and was like, what's up, Cleveland? And I was like, just make sure you don't do that. Then I went up on stage and I said, what's up, Cleveland? And then I was like, oh, shit. People laughed.
Yeah.
But then I panicked.
Yeah.
Should have played it off as if I meant to do it. But I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say Cleveland, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not from around here. Where am I? I'm from Boston. Go Patriots, right?
So in an attempt to make it better, you made it 20 times worse?
Yeah, they're like, boo!
Oh,
not
man.
not in a fun way.
Yeah, in like a really angry way?
Yeah, like it was the worst thing I could have said.
Yeah.
Then I had 15 minutes of just trying to climb out of that.
Yeah.
Didn't have a very good set, dude.
Was it just silent, or were they going, fuck you, after every joke?
No, it was just, they weren't laughing a lot. And it was a lot of Vinny's family. A lot of like relatives.
So people you knew?
No.
Oh, you haven't met any of them?
But it was like people who aren't usually, they're not there to see comedy. They're like, oh, let's go see our nephew's show.
Yeah.
So they're like, where am I?
Yeah. And so they didn't know you, so and all that they knew was you're a goddamn traitor. Well, not even a traitor, just
rude, I guess.
just rude for saying that you like a sports team on stage.
I took it personally.
It's weird how people get so attached to their sports teams.
And then I have some jokes about how I can tell when guys are hot.
Yeah.
And people, they didn't like it. Even one person after the show, she was like, good job. I was like, I didn't like the gay stuff. And I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
I want to be like, just don't tell me that.
Yeah. What am I going to do with that information? Yeah, that joke that you said, I just, like, why'd you say that? I don't know. Well, you shouldn't say that anymore.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for the opinion.
But I was on stage. It was really hard to hear the crowd. Because it was like a rock club, high ceilings. I thought I was bombing atrociously the whole time.
Yeah.
So then I went off stage into the green room just like feeling terrible. Mm-hmm. And the host was like, dude, you did not bomb. He's like, this tough crowd. Like, you did well.
Yeah.
And Vinny's like, dude, you didn't bomb. They were laughing. I was like, I couldn't hear it. I was like, I couldn't hear it either.
Thanks, guys.
So I almost just stayed in the green room for the whole night. Because when you do bad in stand-up, you don't want to go mingle with the crowd afterwards.
Yeah, because they don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just avoid you.
Yeah, that's when someone said, didn't like the gay stuff.
Yeah.
And one shit-faced kid was like, dude, you can't bring up the Patriots in Pittsburgh. And I was like, yeah, I know. I fucked up.
Yeah.
You can't say that here.
That was like one giant like YouTube comment section that you were like around.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of.
Someone even yelled fake in the middle of one of my jokes. Fake.
For what?
I was kidding. It's a YouTube joke.
Oh, gotcha.
But that drunk guy just kept on repeating it. I think he just forgot what he was telling me every time. Mm-hmm. So we ditched him. Went out to some clubs, dude. I cheated on my girlfriend.
Nice, bro.
With a guy.
Hell yeah.
Turns out my gay jokes aren't jokes after all. Yeah, it was a good time. But I was staying at Vinny's family's places.
Yeah.
So I was like tiptoeing around. And there were like babies around. I'm like, hey, I'm a stranger in your house for a night.
Yeah. You were staying. Wait, where did you stay?
I still jerked off a lot.
Oh, of course.
I stayed at Vinny's sister's house, and then the next day, his cousin's house in Youngstown, Ohio.
Ohio, Jesus.
A couple of fans from the pod came to Youngstown
To see you?
They drove
perform?
3 hours. Yeah.
We had fans that drove 3 hours to watch you perform.
Yeah, we have some loser fans.
Yeah, I was about to say, Jesus Christ. Get your fucking priorities straight. You know, watch us. I'm just kidding.
JK.
That's really cool.
It was.
I just didn't think that people cared that much to drive 3 hours to do anything.
Ian and Hannah, or is it Eli? Their last name is Alita. Fuck. Eli. Eli and Hannah Alita. Shout out.
Are they brother and sister?
They are, yeah.
They are.
But I thought they should date.
Oh,
I told them. I told them you guys are really vibing together. You should consider this.
Yeah.
And so they made out.
Nice. Did they start fucking in front of you?
They fucked in front of me, dude.
That's so awesome. I love incest. It's awesome. Shout out to incest.
No, JK. But yeah, it was pretty cool to have some people come to a show. And I also felt bad.
Yeah.
So it was like, ooh, 3 hours. Fuck, sorry.
Yeah.
But good times all in all. Then we went to, the next day, Vinny and I went to some giant fair. Wasn't fun. Didn't serve beer, so like we bounced. Then I went to my grandmother's house that she grew up in Youngstown, Ohio.
Oh, nice. But was she still alive?
No, she's dead.
Oh, did you jerk? So you jerked off in the house?
I wish. I knocked on the door and was like, "Excuse me, my grandmother discovered masturbation in one of these rooms. I'm sure. Is it okay if I come look around?"
I want to.
They're like, "I'm sorry." It's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. It's confusing." My great-grandparents fucked. My great-grandfather came into my great-grandmother upstairs.
In one of the rooms here.
Is it chill if I go jerk off in there?
Yeah. Bring the whole family thing full circle, please.
Yeah.
You don't understand what this means to me.
But there was actually a dude hanging out on the porch. I was like, "Yeah, is it cool if I just take a picture? My grandmother grew up here." And he was like, "Yeah, no problem. No questions." Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like it's a rare life moment where a stranger comes to your home and is like, "My ancestors grew up here."
Yeah.
He didn't have any questions.
He had no.
I was insulted.
Wait. You're talking about who didn't have questions? The guy?
The dude.
The guy who owns the house.
Yeah.
Well, why would he have questions? He doesn't know your grandparents.
I know, but it was just like kind of a random thing to be asked. He was just like, "Yeah, go for it."
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was.
So he didn't inquire further, like being like, "Can you show me some documents before I let you into my house and go upstairs?"
We didn't go in.
Oh, you didn't go. I thought you went in.
I just took a picture, but I
gotcha.
thought he would give a little bit of a reaction to this situation.
Yeah.
He was just like, "Yeah, go for it." I don't know. It shamed my whole family, brought dishonor to my entire family.
Where was this again? Ohio?
Yeah.
Feels like kind of an Ohio thing to do.
He was drinking a Bud Ice, which is like a strong Bud Light, tall boy. So now every person in Ohio is an unfriendly alcoholic to me.
Nice. Every person because of that guy.
Because that guy didn't ask me about my great-grandparents.
Yeah.
So, fuck Ohio.
Sweet.
Fuck Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. Go Patriots.
But go incest.
Go Pats and incest.
Nice.
Shout outs to the pod fans that fucked each other at my show.
Oh, man.
Hey, we have a live show coming up.
We do. When is it?
October 7th.
October 7th. Okay.
Sunday before Memorial Day? No, what's in October?
Halloween.
I think it's a holiday. The day after our show, which means everyone listening, you can come and get drunk. You don't have to work the next day.
It's true.
What do you want to do with the show? Are you looking forward to it?
I have no fucking idea what we're going to do. But, I mean, we'll probably just do what we're doing now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, people paid money, so we probably should, put forth effort.
It's going to open up with stand-up. Annie Letterman. He's going to do some stand-up.
Very funny.
Then your boy, Rydoon, going to do some stand-up. There'll be a host, too, I think, doing like... It'll be good. It'll be a stand-up show and then live podcast.
Nice.
And I reached out to a musical guest to close out the show, and he said he's going to try to make it.
But who's the musical guest? Can you not say?
I'm not going to say.
I think I know who it is.
Who do you think it is?
Vincent Marcus.
No, just kidding. That'd be. I'd give everyone their money back if that was the musical guest. No, I'll tell you after the show.
I know who it is.
And I don't even want to announce it ever.
I kind of know who it is.
All right, whatever.
Right.
But it'll be good. We've already sold 18 tickets with only like... I posted one thing.
Yeah. That's
So
good.
I wonder where these sales are coming from.
How much are the tickets?
$10.
$10. Well, that's not bad.
Only 55 seats available.
55. Oh, okay.
So I'll do a quick little intro.
And this is at the Improv that you guys perform at for your show?
Yeah.
It's the same place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Small room.
The Lab?
Yep.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very intimate room, too.
Yeah.
It's very small.
They're small.
Very small.
We should try to get maybe like Jason to be our guest. Who's our guest?
Jason would be good, but I mean, like, I don't know if he'd do it.
Yeah.
He might. I mean, who knows? I was on Jason's podcast, his live podcast thing, and he wanted a guest for like I was only there for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But
What'd
yeah.
you do? What'd you do?
I told the story about how me and Jason slept with the same girl.
Oh yeah.
I told that story.
Yeah.
And yeah, but that was it. And yeah, I mean, so I don't know. I'm excited. I think. I don't know. I don't really go in front of audiences ever.
Right.
In front of an audience and do, other than that time, which I was actually surprised. I thought I was going to be more scared. But that was huge. That was like 500 people, 1,000 people in that one.
Yeah.
And I was not scared at all. I don't know. It's
Nice.
strange. I feel like it's the anticipation before that gets you, not the actual getting up there. I think getting up there. But granted, it wasn't about me. It was like about them. So maybe this one's going to be different. Who knows? Maybe I might freak out on stage and pass out. And
We should give the people something memorable. And the good thing about that is it doesn't have to be good.
yeah,
Just like viral content doesn't have to be good. You can like behead somebody. That'll get a lot of views.
well, typically, yeah. I mean,
So-
usually that rakes in all the ratings
I challenge you to shit yourself.
on stage.
Yeah, on stage at the show.
Like I did when I was a kid at that park that one
Let's
time.
get you a slide.
yeah,
We should have a segment where we reenact a childhood memory.
yeah.
And yours will be shitting on a slide and sliding down it. Mm-hmm. You slide into the front row, and you get your shit all over them.
It's like the splash zone at SeaWorld.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the shit zone.
You shit on a slide down it into the front table. Mm-hmm. You like knock them over violently and stuff.
Yeah.
Whoever you're nearest, you just start making out with.
Totally.
That would be pretty sweet.
That'll get me arrested, but I'm down for that. I've been thinking about spending some time in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would really help.
Take a break.
Yeah.
Finally get some stability in your life.
Totally.
Schedule.
Yep.
3 hots and a cot.
I went to my old high school recently.
It's kind of like a prison, huh?
Kind of, actually, yeah. Bro, it's like I went there and I don't know why I went. I went and
To crush pub.
no, I went with somebody, and I just wanted to show them my old high school.
Aww.
And so we go. It's cool, but it's also like I'm like, fuck, dude. I remember when I had so much structure in my life. Like this is I would go here, and then I would go to second period, and go here, and then recess or whatever, and then fucking do all these things. And then I would go home, and then I would masturbate, do homework, masturbate again, go to sleep, wake up, masturbate, eat, and do all the other stuff again. And then I was just like, fuck, that was so nice back when I had structure in my life. And then when you're out, most people get this same structure by getting like a job, like at like Subway, which I did for a while, and that gave me structure. Like I had to be here at a certain time, and I had to do this. But the life that me and you live is just no structure at all.
I know.
It's no structure. But like it's such a weird life too, because even people that are like actors, they have to be on set at a certain time. People that are directors have to be on set, and they have structure. We just don't. Like people that are social media people just don't have any structure. And I actually miss the structure of high school so much.
Me too.
I miss having to go to a place for a certain amount of time and then leaving the place and then going to another place.
I so far have been unable to hold myself accountable for my own structure in my life.
Yeah.
Like I've fantasized about like every Monday gym, grocery store, because it's not busy during the day Monday. Mm-hmm. Come home, emails. Then I'll write for an hour. It never fucking works.
I had one day that was like perfect, where I did like 4 things. I like filmed, I wrote for 3 hours, and then I went to the gym, and then I wrote again, and it was all things I had planned. Nice. That happened one time, and it's never going to happen again. Yeah. Like, it happened once. I don't know how it happened so according to plan, but it happened. It was perfect, but it's never happened again. Now it's just fucking chaos. Yeah. It's just chaos, and it's fine, but it's like, I'm like there are days where I like wake up and I just go like, fuck, what am I doing today? Yeah. What's happening today? Like, it's I don't know. I feel like you need that in order to not go like crazy. Because can you imagine just like waking up? Like, let's say there was no money and no one had a job and food was just available to you. Like there was a machine that had food come out and you just ate it, whatever you wanted, and you didn't have to pay for it. Like, what would you do in your day?
It's like trust fund babies. A lot of them get depressed and stuff, go into drugs because they're bored.
Yeah.
They have nothing to accomplish.
Like rich kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have anything. Like a kid who's has a rich dad doesn't have to fucking do it, and they lose their minds. Like Jaden Smith or whatever the fucking kid's name is. Yeah. Like, he's losing his mind because he has no fucking thing to do because he doesn't have to do anything.
I feel like if I was a trust fund kid and just had money wasn't an issue, I feel like I wouldn't do shit.
Yeah, I
wouldn't
be
in some like shitty band. Yeah, I probably would just hang out.
Yeah.
I might be obese, probably depressed more than I already am.
Because you have like a lot of money, and you know that like if you're obese, you can still get people to have sex with you because you got money.
And accomplishing goals is like the root of happiness, pretty much.
Yeah, if you don't have a goal, then you're just like, what's the point? Like, even back in caveman days, like, you had to eat. The goal was to get food to survive. You had to eat. You had to kill animals and get berries and stuff. That was, even though there was like no job, there was no jobs, there was no any kind of like entertainment, nothing. That was your job for survival, and that's stripped away now. Now you don't have the survival. I mean, you still have it, sort of, but like it's not
necessary.
No.
And my therapist was talking about Anthony Bourdain, and he was like, the reason why he killed himself is because he accomplished everything. He had no other options of anything to accomplish. He had no struggles.
Yeah.
So then he just had emptiness.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. Because I was trying to like view struggles in a positive way. It's like, this is good.
That you're struggling.
Because then when I get through it, it'll lead to happiness.
And your therapist was like, ha, ha, ha. Clicks on Anthony Bourdain kills himself. No.
So here's where you're headed.
Yeah, that's your wall.
If all your dreams come true, you will kill yourself. Like, it's not my dream.
Do you get paid to tell people?
It's a side effect of your dream.
Do you get paid to tell people this? Yes.
And she was like, fuck.
I don't know. It's slippery. It's like that's why it's really good to have some kind of like hobby.
Yeah.
That's also your or a passion, I guess. Like, but Anthony Bourdain, his passion was going to places and getting food and shit, and like, and eating food and like experiencing culture. I mean, he probably killed himself because of he's depressed. He just has depression.
Yeah.
And because I feel like if you gave anybody else what he had and they didn't have depression, then I feel like they would keep doing it until they died.
Well, I think he really did he accomplished everything he wanted to do. Mm-hmm. He didn't have any, he had no more goals to accomplish, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. He had everything, then he had nothing to live for, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. That's why you see people who, that's why you either see writers kill themselves or live the longest, because they either kill themselves because they can't get the thing they want made, or they live the longest because they have the thing that they want made, but then they have to keep doing that over and over and over again. And like they never satisfy themselves artistically, I guess, so they live the longest.
I think I know where you're headed. Should I give you the gun right now?
Lighthearted yucks here on I'm Sorry, Dad.
Yeah, you should have heard our last episode, which will air down the road.
Yeah.
After some things cool off.
Yeah.
We got some emails.
We do?
Yeah. Want to do it?
Sure.
And now on to emails.
Email. Yahoo. Gmail, motherfucker.
Emails. All right, this first email, it's titled, "Please give me advice and keep me anonymous." It's from It's a weird last name. "Hi, Ryan Brandon." Mostly Rye. Just kidding. "Hi, Ryan Brandon. I, 20, have met a nice girl, 18, a couple of weeks ago, and we have been chatting."
I thought you wanted to remain anonymous. Your name's
Oh, I said his name.
Oh, you did, you dumb fuck.
Oh, yeah. Oops, I'll bleep that out.
All right.
Note to self, bleep out the name.
You just don't bleep it.
All right. He's been chatting with an 18-year-old. He's 20. Recently, she came out to me as transgender. Help!
Okay.
She has gone through the whole transformation, is 100% a female now. That's why I was really surprised when she came out. She hinted to me that she is open to have sex now. I don't know what to do. She is pretty sexy and nice, but I'm afraid of my friends finding out, and I, myself, is unsure about it all. What would you advise me? What would you advise me, and have you ever? All right, he gave up on typing. All right, he's looking for advice.
I think he solved his own problem in the middle of it. He's like, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to go fuck.
All right, I'll read what he wrote. "What would you advise me, and have you, Eve, Rod, something similar happen to you? Have you ever had something similar to happen to you?"
What?
What advice would we give him, and have we ever had anything similar happen to us?
Well,
I never have. I was making out with a girl on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
And then I grabbed her neck a little bit. Things were getting hot and heavy.
So you grabbed her neck?
Yeah, I
So
started
strangling her?
Yeah, I started choking her out.
Jesus.
I punched her in the head, and I was like, I kind of felt like a guy's skull.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you a bro?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "Fuck you!" No, just kidding. But I was making out with the girl, and I did touch her neck.
Yeah.
And I thought I felt an Adam's apple.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, fuck, is this a transgender?
Yeah.
And I was like, I have to be sensitive to this.
Yeah.
But in the middle of that, I started losing interest. I lost my bone, dude.
Sure.
And she's like, "What's wrong?"
Yeah.
And I was like, I started panicking. And I was like, sorry, I'm paranoid these days. Like, I was making out with a girl last week, and it turned out she was a guy. So now I think everyone's a guy.
Yeah.
She was like, "You think I'm a man?"
Oh, boy.
And I was like, no, I'm just being stupid. And she was like, "It's okay. Just buy me a drink.
And suck my cock."
Buy me a drink and suck my cock." I think I've told that story on here before, but that's the closest I've ever come to being with a transgender person.
Yeah.
They weren't transgender.
Yeah,
so.
me too. I had the same experience where I was like, I called you about this. Do you remember the story?
Oh, yeah.
I slept with a girl. We went on a couple dates, and I slept with her, and then in the middle of like sleeping together and also like having sex and getting all the stuff, like, you know, like prepping for sex.
Foreplay.
Yeah, foreplay.
You know,
I was
like licking each other's eyebrows and poking each other's eyes,
spitting on each other's toes.
Yeah.
We did that, and I was like, this feels strange. Like the taste, I was like, the taste of her mouth tastes different, because I've made out with girls before, and it all kind of tastes the same to me. But there's something, and I pinpointed what it was. It was when I made out with Todd, my friend Todd, for a video. When you make out with a guy, it just tastes different as a guy. Because that's not where if you're a straight guy and you make out with girls mostly, and then you make out with a guy, you taste like this difference. So I tasted that, and I was like, what? And then I was like looking at her body, and I was like, wait a second. Hold on. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I was like, wait, okay. And then before I had time to think about it, we were having sex. And while we were having sex, I was like,
oh, wait, important question.
Yes.
Who was inserting into what? Did you get a dick in your butt? If so, it might have been a guy.
Well, yeah, but that's just normal for me, is when the girl takes out a strap on and starts putting it in my asshole. But the thing that was different about this was it was warm. The strap on was warm, and it was veiny.
And it felt full of life.
Yeah, it felt full of life. And it's just weird. Like
pulsating even.
Yeah, as soon as I was, I had my cream pie on my hands, I was like, this is this feels different than normally. Usually nothing comes out of my asshole, but this time some cream came out.
I know we're joking, but real question.
Yeah.
Did you have intercourse with a vagina, or did you do anal?
No, we had sex. So it was a vagina, but it was dark.
Right.
That was the thing, was that it was dark in the room, and I was like, okay, so this is a vagina. It has to be. It's like, feels like a vagina. And then everything was fine. It was just me like questioning these things while I was doing it. And then as soon as we finished, I was like, I felt so strange about it. I don't know why, because I was like, I was confused. And then I left, and then I called you because I've never left the place and was like feeling so. I was feeling like, was that a guy? It was like such straight paranoid white guy thoughts. Did I make out with the guy? Was that a guy? And then I called you more just to tell somebody. I remember you laughed really hard because I just called you and I said, hey, and you're like, what's up? It was like 2 a.m. You're like, I was like, I think I just had sex with a transgender person.
Yeah, I remember laughing really hard.
You laughed really hard because it's the last thing you expected. And then I thought about it more and more and more. And I was like, well, like if that was a transgender, if that was a person that used to be a guy, like they're not a guy anymore. They were a girl. And I was attracted to them. That's why I slept with them. And that's why I went on dates with them, because I was attracted to both things, the looks and also their personality. And so I was like, if I fuck them, then it's not like this swindle that they swindled me or anything. It's like this, like, it's just what happened. It's the same thing as if I was into a girl. The only thing that might have been different was that they might have not always been a girl. But I was like, I mean, I was still attracted to them. So what is that, I think
I would want to know if someone was transgender.
Yeah.
In your situation, I can see how you would think, hey, I feel
would you feel like cheated in a way?
I would have felt a little bit deceived,
sure. But at the same time, I'm like, well, the deception, like if I had sex with them and it felt normal and it felt, I mean, it didn't feel normal in my head, but it felt normal, like the feeling felt normal. Everything, like the actual, like having sex. It wasn't like I had sex and there was like barbed wire. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was like I had sex and it was just sex. It felt like normal sex. So I was like, well, it felt normal. The date was great. All this was fine. In the moment, I didn't, like afterwards, me and her just remained friends. We just remained friends. And that was it. I didn't want to do anything else.
Yeah.
And and I just never found out.
Yeah.
And then, no, that was it. I just never found out. Actually, there was no end then. It was just, I never found out.
So what can this young man do?
But what I learned from that was that, to me, I don't care if it was. Only because I was attracted to her and we had sex because I was attracted to her. And this guy, if he was attracted to her and he just now found out, it's a little different, because now he has to figure out, like, okay, this is 100% transgender person. I'm going to have sex with them. But I feel like he was going to do that anyways. He wanted that anyways. You know what I mean? So if he wanted that anyways, now just knowing this fact, like, should it make it any different? He was going to do it anyways.
Right.
That's the question, is why would, I mean,
he's concerned about the backlash from his friends and society.
Well, I mean, she told him, but it's not like she's going to tell all of, I mean, I don't think so. I don't think she would tell all of his friends and family, hey, I used to have a cock. Why would she tell him that? Yeah, if she's a girl, why would she? Defeats the purpose of becoming a woman, is having to say constantly, I used to be a man. She's a woman now.
And that is up to her. She gets to decide who she tells and when she tells. So I think in your case, young 20-year-old, if you like her, stay with her and then communicate with her on what to do.
Yeah.
It's up to her.
I would say if you were attracted to her initially and now you've just found out, the attraction shouldn't really change, because you're still attracted to her. And he even says, like, she's super, like, hot and stuff. So why not? Just fucking do it. Like, who cares? Yeah, I don't know. That's my opinion. I'll just go for it. I mean, and
there's probably some online resources of a community of straight dudes who found out their girls used to be guys. Maybe there's probably chat rooms with that. You can probably get some experienced people with thoughts. But Brandon says stay with her. I say never talk to her again, because she's different. Next email. Hey, Brandon and Rye, spell R-Y-E. Fried bread. Love the pod, but I know how fucking annoying you are with how short you want your questions. You got it. So here it is. What is your favorite movie?
Already too long.
What is your favorite movie? What is your favorite book? What is your favorite author? Who is your favorite director? My favorite movie, my favorite comedy is MacGruber, starring Will Forte.
Is that your favorite movie?
I don't know. I think my favorite movie might be Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Ooh, by Michael Gondry, Michelle Gondry, and Charlie Kaufman.
Yep. See, I picked a director who was a female, so that I'm covered.
Nope, that's a man.
I thought it was directed by a woman.
No, Michelle Gondry?
Written by a woman?
No. Both men. Charlie Kaufman was a man.
Wait.
Michelle Gondry's a man.
Michelle's a boy's name. I mean, Michelle's a girl's name. And if a guy, yeah, you're right. I mean, a guy can't be named a girl's name. So yeah, it was written by a girl. It's probably transgender. She wrote it when she was a girl.
Yeah, she must.
What's your favorite movie, dude?
No, wait, you go. Keep going. What's your other favorite things?
My favorite book as a child, it was My Side of the Mountain by John Craig, something like that. I forget. Mm-hmm. I read it.
My Side of the Mountain.
Yeah, it's about a little boy who runs away from civilization and befriends an eagle and other wildlife, and he lives in a tree.
Yeah, that sounds.
My favorite book as an adult. God, adulthood has been tough reading for me. Sheesh, I don't even know. Last book that was a real page turner. It's super unoriginal, but Dan Reed.
Who is it by?
Da Vinci Code.
Oh, Da Vinci Code.
Brown.
Yeah. Dan Brown, yeah.
That's so unoriginal, though.
Yeah, it is.
I also read Born Standing Up by Steve Martin. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, this is boring. What is your favorite author? Kind of similar to book. I'm going to go with Roald Dahl because I liked his books as a kid. And I haven't read since I was a child, so
nice.
Go fuck yourself.
Cool.
Who was your favorite director? Looks like this was aimed for Brandon because I am not an intellectual. Don't read, don't know names of directors. My favorite director is the woman who directed Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah, okay. Well, I've established it's a guy, but it's fine.
I don't respect her gender.
That's cool.
So my actual favorite director, I don't fucking know. Steven Spielberg? Sure, whatever. You know what? I think, you know who I think is overrated? Royal Tenenbaums guy. What's his name?
Wes Anderson?
Wes Anderson. Not
is that
super
Wes
into him.
Anderson?
Yeah, Wes Anderson.
Or is that...
It's Wes Anderson.
Was that the other guy, the guy who made American Hustle, David O. Russell?
Wes Anderson.
That was Wes Anderson? Yeah, I think he's a little overrated too. I don't
not
particularly.
Super
he's like, Wes Anderson movies are like, they're kind of soulless in my eyes. Like they're very whimsical, but there's no like soul to any of them. There's no emotional core.
Yeah.
Like that movie Moonrise Kingdom, the whole movie is just like about childhood, but I didn't feel any of the things about childhood that I was supposed to.
Is it the hotel thing?
No, that's Grand Budapest.
I like that one actually.
I haven't seen that one.
And I still got to see Dogs. It's funny how I'm like
Isle of Dogs.
Like, I don't like his directing, but I've seen all his movies. And I used to try to love the Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah,
because it was cool.
It was hip, right? to like it. Is it still hip to like Royal Tenenbaums?
Nah, people forgot about it.
Yeah,
well, not forgot about it, but
now it's really hip to like Grand Budapest.
It is.
Yeah, really, it's really hip to like that.
I went to a Halloween party dressed as Owen Wilson from Royal Tenenbaums. I grew a beard. My hair was somewhat long.
Yeah,
just carried a tennis racket. People didn't recognize me. My friends
just looked like a tennis player who didn't shave.
Yeah. What's your favorite movie, dude?
My favorite movie is There Will Be Blood. And what's the other questions?
Favorite book.
Favorite book. I'm torn. There's two books I like, both by the same author. Either Ham on Rye or Women by Bukowski.
I think we just found out your favorite sandwich as well. Hey, Ham on Rye. Thank you.
I'm going to never come back here.
And your favorite type of porn is Bukowski.
Like,
I think Bukaki.
Like it's Bukaki, you dumb fuck.
Sorry.
Get with it. Now, you're very not an intellectual if you don't know what Bukaki is.
Wait, I changed my mind. My favorite book is anything written by Kurt Vonnegut.
Kurt Vonnegut?
Kurt Vonnegut.
I've never read the guy's books, but he's really fucking funny when he like teaches stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, I watched some of his lectures online. He's really funny.
Is he alive?
No, I don't think so. I think he's dead.
Oh, right.
But either of those two books, I've always wanted to, because I like movies and stuff, and I like making stuff like that. And if I ever get enough like, if I ever make a movie and they let me for some reason make more, I would want to adapt either Ham on Rye or Women, because those are both very, I don't know, they're so fucking interesting.
Don't know either of them.
They're the kind of books that like you read and you don't feel challenged as a person. I mean, they don't. It's not like the writer is like this deep, like he's just like, he's like there with you. Like Bukowski's always like talking to you as like you're a person. Like he respects your intelligence, but he's not talking high. He's not condescending to you,
right?
But and yeah, it's just very straightforward writing, and that's why I like it, because I'm a fucking idiot. But what else?
Favorite author?
Bukowski.
Favorite director?
Paul Thomas Anderson, who is. Some would say, I don't think anyone says he's overrated. I think everyone pretty much loves Paul Thomas Anderson.
What did he do?
He did Boogie Nights. He did Magnolia. He did Punch Drunk Love. He did There Will Be Blood. And then The Master, which the Master's something that everyone like doesn't like because for whatever reason, but it's really good. And then what else? Inherent Vice, and then Phantom Thread. I know all of his movies because he's great. He's the best filmmaker alive right now.
Cool. Those are our picks. Mm-hmm. I have a request to the audience listening. I want some older people to email us. I still email us if you're a youngin', but the teens, they're into emailing us. But it'd be cool to get some different perspectives. There's only like 30-year-olds out there, like myself.
Yeah.
But this next email is from a 17-year-old. His name is Jose Angel. Okay.
Jose Angel. That sounds like a Marvel character.
It does.
Jose Angel.
Chris Angel. He's 17 years old. He's a senior. I am a senior at this point. I'm a senior, and at this point in my life, I've never had a girlfend. We get
Loser.
We get a lot of these.
Yeah.
A lot of emails from nerds.
Yeah, fucking geeks.
There's a girl in my...
Shut the fucking computer off. I don't want to read the rest of this.
There's a girl in my school who I really like, but I can't talk to her, mostly because I'm a giant puss when it comes to talking to girls. You guys got any tips on how I should approach her, talk to her? P.S. Love the pod. Most recent episodes have been great. Keep up the good work.
These questions sometimes make me feel like I'm never ending in a high school hallway.
Yeah.
Like a friend, like I just feel like a friend just came up to me like, bro, how do I talk to Stacy? And that's fine. I understand, but because I get it, because it's hard, but dude, just fucking, but first off, don't just go up and talk to her. Like, unless you have a reason to. With this kind of thing, I think it's better if you have like mutual friends, or maybe like you're at a party or something like that, or maybe you're in class and you sit next to each other. Mm-hmm. Like that's how I always used to, if I was interested in a girl in high school, that's how I would talk to them. But I would never just walk up to them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It would always be through other means of like, hey, did you do this homework? And then she'd be like, yeah. And be like, so what's going on? But I wouldn't just go, hi. You know, that's something that fourth graders do.
And you just gotta, persistence is everything. You might not get that girl, but you might have an awkward experience, but that's what you got to do to get used to talking to the dames.
Yeah, you got to be willing to be completely humiliated if you want to talk to the opposite sex about.
Here's
stuff.
something I did to a girl I liked in high school. Her name is Erin Poyant. Still is. Still friends with her. Mm-hmm. I found out that she loved the movie Labyrinth.
Yeah.
And then I went on AIM Instant Messenger. Messenger's like, I'm watching The Labyrinth right now. And then she's like, I love that movie.
Yeah.
It didn't work out because I was bad with girls, but.
Yeah. And then you didn't know where to go from there?
Yeah, just find out.
Let me see your tits.
Can I suck your titties? Aaron has great tits. So find out information on the girl, and then use that info to exploit her into having sex with you.
Oh boy, oh no.
Exploit wasn't the right word.
Nope.
I meant to say trick. But hey, we're all jokes here, people. We got a new song for the pod here.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon and Rye apologize for most likely offending you. We get that you're angry, disturbed, or furious, but try not to take stuff too serious. Just trust Calvillo and Dune, it may get better soon, but we can't really promise that they'll change their tune. I'm sorry, Dad.
Huh? All right, so as you can see, our emails are from 5-year-olds.
Pretty sure that was Vincent Marcus's daughter.
Yeah. His girlfriend?
Jesus.
No, thank you for that email. I'm looking, where the fuck did it just go? Gotta give you a shout. Lexi Jasmine, thank you.
Thanks, Lexi.
And also, sorry to everyone listening. This episode is just thrown together. It's fun, though. People like this shit.
Yeah.
I'm looking for another email.
I got fucking a parking ticket today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. You know why? Because my fucking apartment, they were like, everyone's got to move their cars at 7:45 a.m. because we're cleaning the garage. So everyone's got to move and we're like, where do we move our cars? They're like, we don't know. Just move them. And I fucking moved my car. It was 7:45, granted. So take this into account. I'm tired. I drive my car out. There's a whole bunch of parking. I park it. I don't look at any signs because there's a whole bunch of cars there. And I go back inside. I come out. There's a parking ticket. And I read the sign. And it says Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. street cleaning. And I got at my car at fucking 10:10. 10:10 is when I got to my car. And there's already a ticket. And basically, I'm angry for no reason because I should have been responsible and checked the signs. And basically, all it was an idiot tax. That's what I got. Like I got lazy taxed.
Yeah.
Because I was lazy and I didn't look at the sign. And I'm angry because I was lazy and now I have to pay $75 but for literally something that if I just moved, because there were other spaces that were available on the other side. Yeah. If I just moved the car over there.
It was this, because you texted me last night saying you had to move your car at 7:45.
Yeah.
Was this that?
Yeah.
At your own place?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
It was at my own place. And now because of that, I have to pay fucking $75.
Bummer.
Because they had to clean the garage, which who fucking cares how clean the garage is? Places like a cesspit of shit and piss.
A cesspit. Now, when you said you had to wake up early to move your car, I thought you were having a sleepover somewhere else.
Oh.
At some girl's house or something.
Oh, boy, oh, no. No, I wasn't.
We got another email from Lexi Jasmine. This one with a good question.
What is it?
Is there anything that you legitimately regret putting on YouTube or the internet, either for yourself or someone else?
Huh.
Here's one thing I did to my good friend Adam that you know.
Yes.
In MySpace days, I think maybe I went on his AIM profile and left an away message, just got busted for cocaine. Bummer. And then I actually was telling our friends that Adam sells coke.
It's a good like, lighthearted joke.
They're like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know. So then it's just like word got around that he was into coke.
Yeah.
And then people were sending him messages on Facebook like, sorry about your issues. And I was like,
sorry about your addiction.
And I was like, I guess the internet is shit can get out of hand. That was my first experience, like just spreading a rumor and then it going on the internet.
Yeah. And then it becoming true.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like the movie Easy A with Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Where everyone spreads the rumor that she slept with a guy and then she like starts a business where she gets like virgins and she says that she slept with him in order to get money, but she doesn't actually. She just tells everybody around campus that they slept together so that the guys don't feel humiliated anymore.
Okay.
I don't know why I brought that up. It's just a good movie.
I posted a Vine once where it sounded like I said with the looping, it sounded like I said the N-word.
Oh.
It looped to, it was about having asthma. I was like, man, I got, then it looped to asthma. It was like, man, I got asthma. But it sounded like I said the man N-word, asthma.
Oh.
Yeah. And even like Eric Dunn, a Black Viner, commented like, LOL, you said the N-word. I was like, fuck, I didn't say it.
Huh.
Another time, Vine, I got reported.
Yeah.
I was walking a dog, and he liked to scratch his back on pavement.
Mm-hmm.
And like he would even like squirm and like do like snake move. So it looked like I was pulling a dog on pavement, and he was struggling. And got reported. And
yeah.
That was my first time being like, whoa, people think I'm abusing an animal.
Yeah.
So I was like, oops. What about you? Anything posted that you regret?
Most things.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, most things I post, I'm just like, fucking should have thought that out more. But a lot of tweets. I remember I tweeted this one thing that was about it was about eating disorders or something, and it was about, the joke was not good. It was like it's like a girl who's bulimic who like throws up her food, and she like says, basically it was saying this was not a good like thing to say, but it was like, or not a good thing to tweet. It's fine to tell your friends this idea, but it was like how bulimia is a very American problem because, it's almost like a luxury to a point because because we have so much food around us that's readily available that we literally will throw it up in order to look better. But I was like, in Africa, there's kids that don't have food and that they don't have that luxury of being bulimic.
Here's the tweet.
Yeah.
Here's the end of the tweet. In Africa, kids would die to eat your vomit.
But anyways, I remember I tweeted that. I forgot the structure of the tweet. It probably wasn't structurally good, or it just wasn't something you're supposed to tweet out, especially even at that time. It was because I was like 2015. You weren't supposed to do that. And I just got so much like, what the fuck is this? Like, you piece of shit. Like, it's a false equivalency to say like American problems are the same as like people in Africa. And it sucked because I had an eating disorder when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. People were saying you don't know anything about eating disorders. And I had anorexia as a child.
Yeah.
And I know what that feels like. And I remember thinking as a kid, like, this is something that not many other countries have. Like, third world countries don't have this problem.
Right.
They just don't have food. So they don't get to do this. Not that they would want it, but at the same time, it's not even an option for them. Most places that are third world countries. And I was like, and I remember everyone was tweeting at me, like, all people on Vine they were all like, what the fuck is this? Like, what are you talking about? Like, and it was the first time everyone turned against me, and I was like, this isn't good. And I just deleted it. And I was like, and I remember thinking that was because of how instant Twitter is. Like, that was an idea that I had in my head. And without thinking about it, I posted it. I didn't think about how people would react to it, and I didn't really care. And I guess I just should have just thought about it a little bit more, because it wasn't even something that I needed to say.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, it's really just taking pot shots at people who have an eating disorder. Like, for no reason, it's taking pot shots at people with an eating disorder. Mm-hmm. And it's like, like, that's a hard thing to go through. And for no reason, I'm kind of like shaming them.
Right.
And it was like, I understood why I tweeted it, but I wasn't old enough to understand that, like, yeah, dude, people have eating disorders, and it's a fucking big deal, and you probably shouldn't make fun of that necessarily.
Yeah, you can, but I
mean, you can, but like, to what end? Like, what are you trying to get at? What is the? Am I going to feel so much better about myself for doing that? It's like, come on, like, like, it's just such a thing. It's an unnecessary, like, edgy thing to tweet. It was just unnecessary.
I recently searched some trigger words on my own Twitter to see if I had ever said anything racist or anything. I typed in the F word, faggot.
Yeah.
And there was one joke. One joke was just like, whoa, delete this now.
Yeah.
Another one was like, this is funny.
Yeah.
There was a tropical storm Irene happening in Boston, and Boston's known for being homophobic.
Yeah.
So I tweeted one day in like 2012, I was like, this is definitely a Boston storm. It just called me a faggot for wearing a V-neck.
Yeah.
It's a nice little joke. It's a cute little joke. Yeah, Boston's very masculine.
And the other thing, I would say the only thing that I would regret, that I really did regret, was back when Vine first started, and I had Instagram, but it was something that I got after Vine, because everyone was like, oh, my Instagram, and I was like, I might as well get one. And I remember, because I barely had any followers on there, so I would lip sync songs in my room when I lived with my mom. I would lip sync songs that were like 70s songs and then post them, and it was so fucking cringy. Like, because I'm thinking about it even now, and I'm like getting like red in the face. It's
just straight up lip. That's it.
Yeah, lip sync. It was like lip syncing and like doing silly. It was basically Musical.ly. I was doing Musical.ly before Musical.ly was a thing. I was like 19, and it was so embarrassing. And now, like, it's so embarrassing. And luckily, that account got hacked and all my videos got deleted. So luckily, no one can see those ever. But those were terribly. Awfully, that was like the worst thing I ever did.
I want to see those.
They're awful. Worst thing, like, if those ever resurface, I will kill myself.
All right, let's get Brandon to kill himself. Find those videos.
Boy. Jeez. But no, that's probably the most cringy one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other ones for me. We're 55 minutes in.
Do you want to call it quits?
Let's do one more email.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Okay, y'all might not be the ones to ask. Genuinely, both of you are the worst vulgar people I've come in contact with.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's a good opener for... Hey, I want your advice, but fuck you guys. Okay,
but anyway, I'm in a weird situation. I'm in college right now, freshman year, baby, class of 2022, and I want to drink, date, and have a good time. All right.
Of course you do.
Sex is so fucking weird for me. It scares the shit out of me. I've struggled with my sexuality a little, feel like I might be bi, but the thought of sex with anyone really scares me shitless. Everyone seems to want that from me, though. All right. I can't date anyone without them expecting that, so maybe I'll just be alone for the rest of my life. Like, I don't like that. Okay. Mm-hmm. I want to get married someday and have kids, too, as confusing as that is. I know this is a weighted and sad question, but I thought I'd give it a try. Sincerely, Lizzie B. You can say my name. I don't give a fuck.
What is your question? That was kind of a confusing, like...
Yeah, I guess your question is like, I want to fuck, but I don't want to fuck. I might be bi, but I don't know if I'm bi. Everybody wants to fuck me.
Well, it sounds like
you just gotta do some experimenting.
Yeah, it sounds like you should just do it. I mean, what's the people put sex on such a high pedestal? It didn't fucking. It's nothing. It's not gonna affect. I mean, like it's not gonna affect you. What's gonna happen when you have sex? Demon's gonna come out your vagina and take over the fucking world? No, it's just you're gonna have sex. It's gonna be disappointing, and then you're gonna keep doing it, and it's gonna be disappointing. You're gonna meet one guy that's really good at it, and then he might cheat on you, and then you're gonna have some more sex with guys that aren't good, and then and then in a year you're gonna be like, I'm kind of done with this, and then she's gonna go to girls, and then she's gonna be like, ooh, girls are like so sexy and so great, and then she's gonna do that, and then she's gonna find out that girls are almost the exact same when it comes to sex, where like some girls are going to be really disappointed. Like they're going to have sex that's disappointing. And then some girls are going to be really great at it.
Right.
And then she's going to discover that that's kind of the gamble with sex is some people are really great at it and some people are terrible, but you got to do it or don't.
Try guys, try girls, let them know you don't want to have sex. You can just give a blowjob or get your clit licked.
Or don't do any of that stuff if you don't want, but like at the same time, since you're saying that these people expect you to do that stuff, well then don't, and just be friends with people. Mm-hmm. It sounds like that's what you want. It sounds like you just want it because
she wants to have sex, but she's afraid of it.
But there's nothing to be afraid of.
Just do it.
Are you afraid of the disappointment? Because you can't escape that. That's there. You know what I mean? You can't escape that. That's at least because is she a virgin? She's probably a virgin.
It sounds like it.
That especially the initial time, the first time you have sex is going to be disappointing.
And then,
and then it'll get good.
Then you get
maybe.
Then you get like used to having sex, and then you can bang some 30-year-olds like me.
Gross.
I banged out a 20-year-old in Portland last year. She had a great time. It's not all disappointing. I wonder if she listens to this.
She's like, nope, no, I didn't.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
you were terrible.
No, but I get maybe I'm being a little harsh here, but I'm just saying like it's just. I mean, just do it if you want to do it. I mean, like there's nothing bad's going to happen if you like.
Use protection.
Just use protection. It'll last 2 minutes, and then you'll be disappointed.
All right, I think that's it. That's this episode.
Yeah.
So, guys, October 7th at the Hollywood Improv in Los Angeles, California. Mm-hmm. I'm Sorry Dad podcast live with stand-up from Annie Letterman, me, and then Pod. So, check it out.
Yeah, check it out. We're going to be on stage, and, Rice says that he's going to give a $100 bill to every single person that's there.
And Brandon's going to shit himself.
It's true.
Then make out with the person closest to him. Mm-hmm. It's probably going to be me. All right, sorry, Dad.
Sorry, Dad.